evening. I would like to call this meeting of the East Clarkson Township Board of Supervisors, our last of 2025, to order. And we have special guests this evening to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So would one of you like to, introduce your troop and lead us in the pledge?
All right. Hello, everybody. We are Boy Scout Troop 416. We're located just around the corner, really, at church up there. And we're going to lead the Pledge of Allegiance tonight. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated, and the Scouts are going to continue with the law. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. The Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and irreverent.
Awesome, thank you so much. So I invite you to stay for the rest of the meeting. You're lucky it's a brief one. Or if you need to leave, I know it's late on a school night, and we just appreciate you being here with us. So we'll start with a roll call.
Matthew Brown, Chief of Police. Thomas Douglas, Deputy Chief of Police.
Krista Heinrich, Township Engineer.
Cindy King, Director of Finance.
Jeff Winterbottom, Assistant Manager.
Bob Hart, Township Consultant. Kyle Miller, Solicitor's Office.
Samuel Coleman, Vice Chair, Supervisor.
Joe Giovanna, Supervisor.
Patricia Mark, Supervisor. And Laura Rivera, Chairwoman. Next on the agenda, we have a life-saving commendation for Officer Willie Close. I'd like to invite Chief Brennan and Deputy Chief Douglas up to the...
Thank you, Madam Chair. The life-saving commendation is awarded to a member of the police department whose through decisive action, skill, courage, directly contributes to saving the life of another person. The criteria: the officer must have performed an act that resulted in the preservation of human life. The act must demonstrate exceptional presence of mind, training, and commitment to duty. And the officer's intervention must have been a critical factor in the survival of the individual. The award description: this commendation recognizes extraordinary efforts in the face of urgent circumstances. It honors officers who embody the highest ideals of public service by placing the welfare of others above all else. That being said, I'd like to invite William Copestick to the front. Bill's been with us for just over 3 years and previously served with distinction with the Philadelphia Police Department. In regards to this life-saving commendation, on Friday, December the 5th, 2025 at 0900 hours, Officer Copestick was dispatched to a residence on Francis Avenue for a medical emergency. Officer Copestick was the first responder to arrive and located a 57-year-old male lying face down in the bedroom. The male did not have a pulse and was not breathing. Officer Copestick immediately began cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR, and after 5 rounds of CPR, Plymouth Community Ambulance and Norton Fire Engine Company arrived to assist. The male began breathing and regained a pulse. The male was then transported to Jefferson Einstein Montgomery Hospital and is expected to make a full recovery. Officer Copestick's swift and decisive actions helped save a life. His professionalism, composure, and commitment to duty in a critical moment directly contributed to reviving the male. And because of his immediate life-saving efforts, the township resident is alive today. Officer Copestick's actions exemplify the highest standards of public service and reflect great credit upon himself and the department. Therefore, on this day, Chief of Police Matthew Brandon and the East North Board of Supervisors award you the life-saving commendation and congratulate you on a job well done.
Whatever's easiest. Next to my daughter.
volunteering to be short, but
Here you go. Great, thank you. Thank you.
So after that very inspirational start to our meeting here, we're going to turn to the approval of our regular meeting minutes of our public meeting November 25th, 2025. Fellow Supervisors, have you had an opportunity to review those minutes? If you have any questions or adjustments we need to make? Hearing none, would anyone like to move to approve the minutes?
I'll move to approve the minutes.
And Vice Chair Coleman, second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Supervisor Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that motion carries. Yes, and I would like to announce that we had an executive session immediately preceding this public meeting to discuss matters of real estate and personnel. Any citizens to be heard this evening? There will be another opportunity after we get through our regular agenda items. Any comments by the Board of Supervisors?
So I just want to thank our entire facility staff, Parks, Rec, Police, Fire for an outstanding tree lighting ceremony and also a great outstanding holiday parade. Very well attended. Everyone came out and had an outstanding time. So I want to thank you all for your hard work and dedication to that. And I guess I'm permanently the one that's going to read the proclamations, as I've been told moving forward, and that's okay. I've been nicknamed the voice by some people in this room, and that's good. So I just want to thank, Chief, police, fire, everyone, and to our great, outstanding Boy Scouts here. I think I told you in the hallway, I was appointed your unit commissioner, recruit in PAC 416, so if you ever need anything, please let me know. I am a merit badge counselor for the badge you are currently seeking tonight. And if I could be of any help, please let me know. And usually when I work with scouts, not only do I ask them the scout laws and scout oath, but I do ask them about the outdoor code as well. So just be prepared if ever comes to me. All right? All right.
Thank you, Vice Chair Coleman. At this point, we'll move into our regular agenda, starting with old business. Supervisor Mark.
I'd like to call on Director of Finance Cindy King to review the final submission of the draft 2026 budget.
Thank you, Supervisor Mark. First, with this being my first budget experience at East Norriton Township, I'd like to thank each board member for your input during our individual meetings that we had, and all of the department heads and our township consultant for all the input everyone gave. Everybody worked really diligently in reducing expenses in an effort to get us to a balanced budget. And it is up here. Unfortunately, it's not casting to the little TV, only the big one. So this is our final meeting today for our final presentation and approving the budget and hopefully setting the tax millage and approval by the end of this evening. So just to let you know, this is where we are now, behind the curtain. So we've worked very hard to produce a balanced budget using as little fund balances as possible in order to achieve this goal. And I would like to note the following things specifically. The general fund is proposing the use of $502,916 of its fund balance in order to balance this budget. And that is down about $272,000 from last year's proposed use of $774,000. So we're planning to use less of the fund balance than we did last year. The investment fund outgoing transfers we're proposing as part of this budget are less than the interest revenue that we're proposing to receive. So that's good. The rest of that, it will maintain the revenue in the investment fund that we can use to pay the sewer bond payments and supplement other funds as needed in the future, in order to not increase the tax rates, as well as future capital projects if we have anything big that goes on. And the first of our version of our budget that I presented in October reflected expenses that totaled close to $30,000, $29,898.304. Sorry, I did not say that. $29,898,304. And we reduced the overall budget to expenses, I should say, to $21,839. Why do I always say thousands instead of millions? $21,839,164. So that's more than an $8 million reduction that we've done. And again, the first version of the budget was kind of like an all-in wish list. And with working with all the department heads, we have really reduced that down to a manageable level. So these are the final numbers that we have come up with. And so as part of our capital, because capital oftentimes is a large part of our spending, so some of the 2026 capital improvement highlights that we have are park improvements. We had some really large improvements this year, so that has been scaled back a little bit for 2026. We need a new mower, some lighting, landscaping, scoreboard, tables, and a few other upgrades, just some minor items. And then police and fire combined, we're looking at several vehicles, some office improvements, and various equipment. There's road maintenance, repairs, that has some vehicles, some other equipment, and a few building improvements. Traffic control includes, and bridge repairs, they include Hannah Avenue and Township Line Road traffic signal and other traffic control devices. And then we have administrative office, not just the office, but we have another mower, it falls under administrative. Lighting, landscaping, oh, never mind, that is a repeat of what was under the other one. That's supposed to be part, that is incorrect. And why does your screen, why is that not showing? What happened? It's not casting anymore. I apologize, I'm having technical difficulties here. I mean, it's doing it here.
Okay, well, I think I think we know where we're at, when we came to you with our last meeting, we were very close to a balanced budget. Since our last meeting, as Cindy said, we narrowed it down, we tweaked it down even more. We are using on paper less of our fund balance to balance this budget. Last year, as Cindy said, we had over 700,000 marked. By the end of the year, we only used a little over 100,000. So throughout the year, we work very hard to keep our budget sound and reasonable and do as much work as possible at the best cost possible. I know I do want to thank Cindy as well, because this is her first budget here. We all know that's not a fun time coming into a new system, but she worked through it, put a lot of time in with it. It's also not easy to come into a township that you're working on the budget for the 15th straight year without a tax increase. there's a lot of pressure there, and I know she worked hard to get us over the line. There'll be no tax increase. There will be, our millage rate will be set as it has been for the last 15 years. Do you have anything to add? Or?
No, I'm just kind of giggling because you guys were probably wondering, what is she talking about? It's not up there.
Yeah. And there's only two more slides.
Yeah, there was only 2 more slides. So we do have a few other things that, just some minor things in the capital program. And, again, like Bob said, we have a no tax increase, and we're trying to minimize the use of the fund balances as much as possible and be good stewards of the township finances and enhance everything for the residents of the township. And I'd be happy to entertain any questions.
Obviously, this has been a reduction off of the wish list, right, as it should be.
Yes.
But anything give us heartburn, right? Anywhere we feel like we might be exposing ourselves to unnecessary risk or, not kind of get.
Yeah, I mean, and we would come to you
Yes,
with that.
yeah.
It's always a challenge for every township out there, to make your roads the best roads they can be and handle stormwater the best way you can. It's always going to be a challenge. We work very hard to achieve those goals, and there are the bigger things. Of course, there are unknowns. This year we went with out-of-state budget for several months. There were some unknowns in the federal budget. So outside of those sort of challenges and unknown effects that come to everyone, we do our job every year, every week, every month, every year, to come and present to you, the board, and the residents, a reasonable, responsible, financially responsible budget. And that's what we've done again this year.
And we did really take a real hard look at the capital program because there's only so much time in a year, and we had so many grants and so many projects this year that some of the items from this year didn't get quite completed and they're running into the 2026 season. So we took a real hard look at what we thought we could reasonably accomplish in 2026, and we pushed a few projects into 2027 and even 2028 just for time. I mean, you have to have enough time to complete them. Some of them we want to go for grants, so that in itself takes a year of time. So we took a real hard look at that.
I have a question.
Sure.
Hannah Avenue and Township Line Road traffic signals, there going to be a light put there?
That has been a plan to put a light there for the last few years. All grant dependent. We do have a grant. We were also going to partner, the initial plan was to partner with Whipping. So we're still in that process, but we do have a partial grant for it as of now. But there's still some work to be done on that to get it across the line.
Are there a lot of accidents there?
So it's tough to get out.
Yeah.
I think that's the big, there's accidents, but just getting out there at times, it's backed up and it can be a little, it can be
You
brutal.
really have to go right and then go around.
Yeah, I don't even try to make that left.
Right.
Any other questions? Okay, well, I want to thank our finance director and congratulate her on her completing her first budget cycle. I hope it wasn't too painful. And thank all of our township leaders and staff for helping her put together a good, responsible, balanced budget that I expect you will be happy to support. Well, I don't believe we approved the budget. We approved the resolution 2922. Yeah.
I will introduce that.
Oh, sorry, it was Sam.
It was Sam, but,
Okay, thank you.
go ahead.
New business resolution 2922, approving the budget and fixing the real estate tax rate for 2026. I'd like to call on our finance director, Cindy King, to review this item.
Yes, I don't have a presentation for that, and it's a good thing I don't. So yes, we have resolution number 2922, and it shows the proposed 2026 proposed budget with a total revenue of $23,784,198 and total expenditures of $21,839,164. Tax rates are unchanged. Would you like me to read out the tax rates? Or?
Yeah, just for the.
Sure. So the general purpose tax rate is 1.717 mils. The recreational purpose tax rate is 0.326 mils. The street lighting tax rate is 0.030 mils. The fire protection tax rate at 2.88 mils. And the capital reserve tax rate at 0.366 mils, for a total tax millage of 2.727 mils.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any questions? Okay, would anyone like to move to approve resolution number 2922?
I'll put that before a motion.
Thank you, Supervisor Bennett.
And I'll second.
Thank you, Vice Chair Coleman. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that resolution is approved.
Okay, the next item, traffic signal easement. It's a one parcel, I'm not going to read the whole parcel number. But I'd like to call on the township engineer, Krista Heinrich, to tell us where this is going to be.
Thank you, Supervisor Cabanas. As you may know, our traffic contractor has been working on improvements to Germantown Pike, all the intersections. During the course of the work, one of the mast arms had to be moved back slightly because things were in the way. We needed to get an easement from the property owner, and that is what is before you. It is the traffic signal easement agreement that will go around that mast arm pole and the associated exhibit that goes along with that. So we would appreciate a vote to sign the agreement.
Is that permanent or temporary?
But that's permanent. Yeah.
Can you tell us where it is?
It's at the Hillcrest Plaza Shopping Center at Arch.
Yeah, right outside Dunkin' Donuts, right on the corner. Got it. Just have an easement so we can go in there and do some work when it's needed to. Right.
Yeah. Did the property owner give us a hard time?
No,
He requested it.
Okay.
we worked together, you know,
Okay.
very, very simple and very common in situations.
Yes.
Thank you. Would anyone like to move to approve that easement?
So move to approve.
Thank you, Vice Chair Coleman.
I'll second.
Thank you, Supervisor Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that motion carries. Mr. Hart.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to add on to what Supervisor Coleman said. Our tree lighting was new this year, meaning it was in front of the township building, so it had a much different feel. Many people said it had a village feel or a Hallmark movie feel. Jeff's a big Hallmark movie fan, so, but it really changed the way we've had it. It's an evolving process. We really enjoyed what we did this year. It gave us the opportunity to do things differently, and we look forward to next year to keep improving it and build even more of a community feel for it. So we're thankful for the opportunity to do it. It was cold, very, very cold, but we still had a huge crowd even with all that cold. Outside of that, I just want to really wish the board and all of our residents and the Boy Scouts, from all of our staff, wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and a Happy New Year, and we look forward to a great 2026 coming in at reorg here on January 5th. So thank you.
Thank you, and on behalf of the board to all of you, we wish the same wonderful, relaxing holidays, and just a huge thank you for everything that we were able to accomplish this year for our residents. And thank you to our residents for your engagement, for your contribution to the success of the community. We really do appreciate it. Would you like to share the voice, our upcoming meetings and events?
All right, upcoming meetings, Wednesday, December 17th, 7 p.m., Planning Commission meeting. Monday, January 5th, 2026, 7 p.m., Board of Supervisors reorganization meeting. Immediately following Monday, January 5th, 2026, following the reorg meeting, our regular Board of Supervisors meeting. And then Tuesday, January 6th, 2026, 6:30 p.m., elected auditors reorganization meeting. Upcoming events, Wednesday, December 17th, 10 to 11:30, Card Club, please register. Thursday, December 18th, 1 to 3 p.m., movie matinee featuring Candy Cane Lane. Saturday, December 20th, 10 a.m., Santa Visits the Neighborhood, sponsored by Norriton Fire Engine Company. Thursday, December 25th, 2025, our township is closed because it is Christmas. Monday, January 5th, 11 a.m., bingo, please register. Wednesday, January 21st, 10 to 11:30, Card Club, please register. Thursday, January 22nd, 1 to 3 p.m., movie matinee featuring Quartet, please register. And Monday, January 26th, 11 a.m., once again, they're hosting bingo, please register.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair Coleman. Any citizens to be heard? No? Okay, then this meeting is adjourned. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for coming.